Today's video is going to be about breaking down a whole beef tenderloin. We picked this up on sale here locally for $6.77 a pound, which is a really good price. The only caveat is it is a select grade as opposed to choice or prime. So we're going to get this out of the cryovac and get it ready to cut up, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and just a couple of things about this. This one was 6 3/4 pounds. They had some smaller ones, and they had some bigger ones, but we picked this one because it was, you know, right in between. And being it was a select, it's going to be a little leaner. So we didn't want a real big one, so we got this medium-sized one. That was the thinking behind it. But anyway, you know, it's a whole beef tenderloin. In French cooking, I believe this section of it up here is going to be called the Chateaubriand. The center section would be just fillet of beef. And then further down here would be tornadoes, and then the filet mignon would be the back tail end of it. But we're going to cut out the Chateaubriand, and we're going to cook that way, and the rest, we're just going to make the rest into about 8-ounce steaks. So we're going to take off the silver skin here on this side. There's not a lot of work to do on these, and then there's a little bit of fat and skin on this side that we're going to clean up, and then we'll be ready to stake it out after that. So I'm going to start out with just taking off part of this silver skin, and then we'll come back when we get ready to stake it up. We won't go through the whole trimming process. I just want to do a little bit of it there to show you how it's done, and then we'll come back when we get this all cleaned up. Okay, we're back. We trimmed off, you know, all the silver skin, and we'll go through this and clean this a little bit up a little bit more, and we'll use that for stir fry. We went ahead and tied this head end of it up, and I've trimmed off the end of it. I'm going to, you know, put that in my stir fry, and we'll just cut this off right here. And this is going to be our Chateaubriand that we'll cook later on. And then we're going to go, the rest of this we're just going to do in fillets, and the very tail end down here it's going to go into the stir fry pile also. So we're going to go for like an 8-ounce fillet here, which is roughly going to be about, for this size, and I'm guesstimating a little bit, but it's probably going to be about 2 inches thick. So we're just going to cut 2-inch fillets because we like 2-inch fillets. So that's what we're going to cut this into, and we'll make the rest of this into fillets. And while I'm working here, I'll mention that we did wet age this for 2 weeks from the time we bought it. So we'll hope that'll help. Now, while I'm mentioning it here, we said this was select. You notice right here, there's like almost no marbling in here. There's no fat in the steak. And that's why it's select versus, if this was choice or prime, there'd be a lot more marbling in here. But, you know, for $6.77 a pound, I can accept that. Since it is tenderloin, it will be good. So, And as this narrows down, we're going to make the steaks just a little bit bigger to make up for the smaller size. My guess is these are probably going to run closer to the 10-ounce size, but we'll see. We'll weigh one here at the end and let you know. We just want to cut them the size we want them to be. But it is really tender, so I'm thinking we're going to get some good steaks here. So we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fillets, this really large Chateaubriand, and this tail. You know, we could make anything we want out of it, but we're going to cut it up for stir fry to go with this, and we'll have a nice amount for a really good stir fry. So we'll get this packaged up and come up with, we'll weigh some of these and give you the weights on them later on. Okay, we're back. We got everything finished up here. We ended up with a 40-ounce Chateaubriand. We've got 5 8-ounce, well, they're slightly under 8-ounce fillets. We have 2 slightly under 7-ounce fillets here. And then we have about 10 ounces of trim that we are going to use for stir fry, and we only had about 4 ounces of loss on this whole piece of meat. So, you know, you're going to get a lot for your money on this. And so that pretty much, you know, finishes up the video. You know, if you're going to try and cut up bulk cryovac meat, this is a great one to start out with, because it's easy to do, and then, you know, you can learn from it and move on. So that pretty much wraps it up for today. Thanks for watching.